Hi everyone, my name is Craig Mullenbach. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. This channel I'm just starting is to let everybody know about San Antonio. A lot of people have um, maybe an understanding that there's a Riverwalk, an Alamo, but it's much more than that. I've lived here 14 years. One of the first things I kind of overcame was a perception that it's going to be a dusty West Texas town, and it's anything but that. It's very green, it's lush, it's cosmopolitan, yet it still has a small town feel. Culturally diverse. You have influences from Mexico, influences from Spain, influences from the Creole region, influences of German and Czech. And so it's a real melting pot here, and it's reflected in the food, it's reflected in the culture, and it's just a wonderful place to be and live. Now, my intent is not to go about this whole thing like a Chamber of Commerce video. I am not sponsored by any hotel groups, any travel agencies, anything like that. I just want to be able to give you an understanding of what it's kind of like to just be around San Antonio. Give you kind of a visitor's look at it. It's not going to be glossy. It's not going to be, really high produced. Maybe it'll get better if I get some likes and whatever. But I'm just doing this because I like San Antonio and I want to let everybody know what there is to do here. So this is my first video. So hang in there and hopefully they'll get better. But the first thing I want to do is show you what, kind of San Antonio looks like in this video. So I'm just outside my home here, and I'm going to show you what it looks like here in San Antonio. As I mentioned before, one of the things a perception I had was that, San Antonio is just a kind of dusty West Texas town. Actually, it is a city that's filled with trees. It is August and grass is green. Do have a water system, but if you look around, if you look at the sky, it is absolutely superb. Deep blue, lots of green. As you can see here, we have live oak. They aren't the tallest trees, but they provide a good amount of shade. The topography of San Antonio is really varied. The south side actually begins the coastal plains that head all the way out to the ocean, which is only 3 hours away. I'm up in the hill country, which is just north and west of town, and also goes further north past Austin up towards Waco and Killeen and out to the northwest. And I'm about 500 to 600 feet above downtown. But as you can see, it's not a dusty West Texas town. So one of the things I do want to show you here is some of the food stuff. I'm not necessarily a foodie. I'm not a Mark Wiens, and if you haven't followed his channel is really fun. And also Mikey Chen, really fun, a lot of interesting stuff. Well, what I'm hoping to do is show you kind of the food here in San Antonio and what there is that's offered, and maybe some out of the way places, in addition to going to some of the more popular places like Boudreaux's on the Riverwalk, Caserio on the Riverwalk. I'd also want to take you on a barbecue crawl across San Antonio. Some of the most fantastic barbecue. It's Texas style. You've probably seen a lot of the barbecue on the Food Network. There's Big Lou's, there's a lot of things that you've seen on Food Network, Travel Channel, but there's also a lot of places that you haven't. So I want to take you to those places over time and let you experience kind of the popular places that you may know about, but also some of the lesser known places, which are really kind of like treasures here. Not well known, but really worth a visit. And so as we go along, I hope you enjoy the ride, and I hope that you will really want to come and visit San Antonio. But I'm going to go get tacos. It's lunchtime, and the tacos here are not Taco Bell tacos. They're not Del Taco tacos. and they're just really good. All right, we've made it to Mariscos El Paisa. So this place is on a little bit north of where I live. It's south of a city called Bulverde and north of San Antonio. Just kind of out here. Kind of an older building. There used to be some other restaurants in the past, but this has been converted over to a restaurant that really focuses on some seafood and some tacos. And here, and I learned this from somebody who told me when I first got here in San Antonio, it's not a taco, it's a taco. So taco. All right, so we're gonna go in, we're gonna order some tacos, take home for lunch. And if you look in here, really cool atmosphere. How you doing? Okay, this is a good sign. The clientele here is primarily Spanish speaking, and so it's really good. So the locals come in, they serve a lot of oysters, seafood, and they have a couple of new menu items. And one of them I'm going to try today. It's a garlic shrimp plate, so give it a try. I got a couple tacos to take home, or tacos to take home. But really cool atmosphere here. Really relaxed and cool, and nice outside patio. Let's go take a look. So here's the outdoor, nice and shady. Kind of a serve yourself bar over here. You get your different types of hot sauces. They don't necessarily have a salsa here, but they have a number of different sauces, and I think they've got kind of a combinations of different items that they use for their sauce, which is a little bit of heat, kind of tangy, some flavor, and it's not bad at all.
Order number 21,
but a nice place to just kind of hang out. And it's about 100 degrees outside, but it's dry. It's only about 40% humidity, so it's actually pretty comfortable here in the shade today. Look at this. This is the garlic shrimp. So a little bit of a salad with some avocado. Just flavor that with some lime and some pepper and salt. Some fried rice. But these shrimp just look so good. Some garlic shrimp with cilantro and probably lime juice on that. So let's give it a try. All right. See that steam coming off of there. It's cilantro on there. Looks green onions that have been cooked in with the butter, probably in the same pan as the shrimp. Really good. And here's your napkin. So, in a lot of places you won't find places like this. Maybe you could probably ask for ranch, but a lot of times you don't need it, because between the cilantro and the lime and the other things on the salad, it can be really fresh. So we'll put a little lime here on the salad. Have that acidity kind of cut through the fat of the avocado. Take a little bit of this butter here. Finish off the shrimp. And I've got this really wonderful minced green onions and all this butter sauce. I'm going to mix this in with this rice. Oh, it's going to be a good bite. Look at that. All the flavor from the shrimp and those onions and that butter. parsley and the cilantro just mix all together. And it's not overpowering because you got a little bit of the rice to absorb kind of that concentrated flavor that you're getting. So that was really good. I love shrimp. They were cooked really well. A couple of them are maybe a little bit overcooked, but the rest of them were just spot on. And with the cilantro and chopped green onions and that butter, it was really, really good. Now I'm just waiting to get the tacos to go home, and we'll take a look at them when we get there. All right, so we're back home, picked up the tacos, and what you have here, it's not what you would normally expect from a Taco Bell or Del Taco or something from the Midwest or the North, where it's just a standard old El Paso taco shell. These are handmade soft corn tortillas that are doubled up. And this is a pork al pastor, which is a shaved, spit cooked pork. So very similar to the Mediterranean style. Actually, it's borrowed from the Mediterranean style of spit fired cooking. And this is a carne asada, which is in essence kind of a fajita meat, and it has some lime. But your typical real taco, or taco, it would have some cilantro, some onion, some lime to put on it, and sometimes you can get it al bistec, which is with cheese, and you can put whatever salsa or whatever you want on it. But these are fabulous, and this is what is a real taco.